I want to talk about a certain band. It's a small indie band. I'm really not sure if you know them, Ben. They're called, I think they're called the Rolling Stones. Have you ever heard of the Rolling Stones? Very obscure
Sounds
band.
too obscure for my taste.
Yeah. Okay, in all seriousness, they're one of the greatest bands of all time. Classic rock legends starting back from the 60s and still kicking for some reason. They're decrepit. Have you seen pictures of them? Have you seen Mick Jagger and Keith Richards right now?
How is he able to still make music?
I don't know.
Especially with these times.
There's a band called The Zombies, and they look more like the Zombies than the Zombies at this point. But that's besides the point, because if you listen to them, they still got the mojo. They, like Austin Powers, they got the groove. They still sound amazing. The last time they released a new song was back in 2012 with celebrating their 50th anniversary of Doom and Gloom. A fantastic song. It's on the Avengers Endgame soundtrack, so you know it's quality. And the last time they released an album was in 2016, Blue and Lonesome, but that was just a cover album. So they released a song called Living in a Ghost Town very, very recently, and they haven't released a new song in forever. The lead singer, Mick Jagger, said that we don't release songs all the time, but when we do, we got to make it top quality, we got to keep really trying. And so he puts a lot of pressure on himself to do it. But apparently it took like 10 minutes to make, so is he really putting pressure? He literally said that. He's like, yeah, it took me 10 minutes. I was with Keith.
Honestly, Brandon, I feel like just Mr. Mick Jagger does whatever he feels like. I think he says that he takes a lot of time, but I think from all of the fame, the drugs, the alcohol, whatever he does, he wakes up from all of that, just a long year bender, and he's just like, all right, what do I have to do? Make a song? Be relevant again? All right.
Okay. Yeah, COVID-19, I could totally exploit that. Come on, Keith, to the studio. No, in all seriousness, he's a good guy from what I've seen, and making great music. The song was actually written about a year ago, and they recently tweaked it. I have a quote right here. I'm going to do my Mick Jagger voice. It's bad, but I don't care. It was written about being in a place which was full of life, but is now bereft of life, so to speak. I was just jamming on the guitar and wrote it really quickly in like 10 minutes, so no joke, he said that.
Damn.
But it's interesting because originally this was just about going to a place that was once full of life and now isn't. It's more prevalent than ever now. It's insane. He actually rewrote some of the lyrics, I believe, recently because it was kind of too dark and weird. I guess maybe kind of to make it more of the times. Let's talk about the song, and they made a music video too. I'm not sure if you listened to it, Ben. It sort of sounds like a rock and roll version of Ghost Town by the band The Specials, a ska band from like the 70s.
That's reaching it. I'm not sure if I have, and I'll do like a quick listen.
I'm sure you
will. You're going to have to take the wheel on this, Brandon.
Take my word right now.
I'll take something more than your word.
It is surprising how good they actually are. It sounds like something they would have released at any point. Like, yeah, maybe it will sound a little bit more auto-tune like slightly, but it goes hard. It's not like Metallica or anything, but it has a really powerful groove to it, and lyrically it really is more prevalent than ever. We needed something like this, and for an influential band like the Stones to do this, it's just mad props to them. It's incredible. I love it. It's a really great song, and they're expecting to release a new album, I believe, this year. And the last time they released an album with new material was all the way back in 2005 with A Bigger Bang, which is a hilarious title. And the music video, it's just, I think, a GoPro, and they're going through either LA or London, because that's where they recorded that, LA and London. And it's just showing all these deserted like subways and streets, and it's really cool. So Rolling Stones, for an old band, you're more relevant than ever. I don't get it, but they are.
I wanted to say that the old dogs like them, foundation builders, influential, good bands. I'm really glad that somebody like that, after all this time being in the industry, can still make good music. Because usually after like 10, 15 years, they kind of lose their stride. I mean, look at Eminem. I don't think he's made a good album since like the Marshall Mathers LP, and that's like all the way back in like early 2010s, early 2000s, maybe late 2000s.
But we could forgive it for the memes. with Eminem.
We can forgive him for his memes and for him donating mom spaghetti.
Yeah, that
but
enough.
I'm looking at you. That new album that you released a couple of months ago wasn't that good. Wasn't that amazing. Had some good songs, but not that good.
It happens.
But back to the Rolling Stones. Rolling Stones, great band. Great band, great lips, mom spaghetti. Let's go.